to the answer. In case you have any doubts, do let us know. 20 seconds and then I'll move on to the next question. All right, Abhik, I think you can share the next question. Right, so this intergalactic law enforcement organization uses high-tech gadgets and weapons to protect the galaxy from various alien threats and attacks. The name of this organization alludes to the duty of its members to plug the leaks in everyday life, such as extraterrestrials, monsters, and ghosts. Its origin led to its derivation from an historic usage in Roman Empire, contributing as one of the most known professions ever. Notable members include George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and a grandfather who uses his experience to aid his grandson in various battles around the road. Identify this organization, and of course, if it's a name, then it shall be a proper noun. But if I were to give you a very basic hint, it is a common noun used as a proper noun. So I think that will lead you to the answer. And focus on the part where it says plug the leaks. 20 seconds. All right, Abhik, next question then. Yeah, so featured here are the real versus real flag of a US organization, with the real version being launched before. However, the release of the real version of this flag was noted for its striking resemblance to an insignia from another cult sci-fi TV series. Name both the series. So you don't need to name the organization, name the series, both the series. So the cult one will of course not be a very recent one, while the other one is fairly recent. That's the best that I can give you. Anything else would be a giveaway, so I can't give you more hints.
Guys, if there's any query that you have, please ask from the WhatsApp group. The settings are now changed to participants as well. Participants can send message on the WhatsApp group if there's any query that you have. So please ask. And you can just raise your hands if there's any query. Then we can probably enable mic for a short span of time. I hope that's okay.
Twenty seconds, guys. All right, we can move on to the next question. Episode 2 of Space Force features a scene where, upon inquiry, Dr. Chan enumerates the kind of stuff floating around in free space in accelerative orbit, cheekily adding another element among the other variety of metallic garbage in orbit. What is the garbage being referred to here, compared by media outlets to Marshall Duchamp's Fountain for being a ready-made work of art? So, of course, it makes it easy for you if you've already watched Space Force, but this question can be answered by those who haven't watched it as well. If you want more hints, do let me know.
Also, guys, please don't submit your forms immediately. Just type in the answers for the time being, and as soon as we're done to the 20 questions, you can submit the form then. If you've already done that, please submit again. Don't. Okay, Rahul has a doubt. Rahul, can you just text on the WhatsApp group what your doubt is?
Guys, think of stuff which floats
Yeah.
around in free space.
Basically, everything in bold throughout the quiz is a hint. So just वो एक बार देखो जो bold में है, that is a very good hint. That is more than enough to help you get the answer.
Marcel Duchamp was a pretty eccentric personality. Think of eccentric personalities in the modern world. That's the best that I can give you. Abhi, I think we can move on to the next question. Right, so star marks. Pictured here is a brief framework of a creative project undertaken nearly 2 decades ago after a particular musical endeavor was dismissed as silly. This project served the dual purpose of prioritizing art over fame while also introducing an iconic genre breaking identity lasting until its epilogue recently. And the design below is that of an LED. if that makes sense to you. And it says music, it says epilogue recently, and I guess I can't give you more hints because anything else would be a direct path to the answer, so no.
Yeah, Shreya, can you just text on the WhatsApp group what the doubt is? Please text on the WhatsApp group if you've got any queries. Okay. Shreya is saying, do we need to write what does the picture shows or what? Abhiraba, can you explain what they want to write? That's right.
Right. So, I mean, you don't really need to explain what the picture shows. If you know what the picture shows, then you will know what the picture is about, right? So, write the broad term. I don't want a specific term from you. Just write a very broad, the first thing that pops into your mind. If you are thinking about the correct object over here, just write that particular uh, title or label or whatever it is that you would like to call it. Don't be confused by the term project. Project can mean a lot of things. So don't just think of it as an academic term. Focus on the fact that it involves music. I think we can move on to the next question then, Abhik. Right. In an alternate universe, this chilled out speed skater was denied an opportunity to represent the United States at the Winter Olympics by the NSA in the mid 20th century, solely on the basis of his extraordinary physical abilities. While he made the most of it in other endeavors or arenas, his inability to locate his primary attire was a running gag that was referenced in a recent return to the same universe. Who is the person in question? So, since it's mentioned that it's in an alternate universe, so I guess you don't need to think about actual human beings. Think about
Okay, just focus on chilled out speed skater, chilled out in quotes, extraordinary physical abilities. Why would someone with extraordinary physical abilities be disallowed in the Olympics? And NSA has got an asterisk. So again, this is probably not the NSA that you are thinking it is. Again, this is a science fiction quiz, alternate universe, unable to locate his primary attire, running gag, a recent reference to the same universe. So this is obviously something science fiction. So just focus on that. I think we can go a little faster, Araba.
all right, all right. Okay, so let's move on to the next question then, Abhik. To help reduce anxiety and relax the cows, a dairy farm in Russia decided to use virtual reality headsets for them. These VR headsets were enlisted because a relaxed environment would increase the milk yield. Netizens were quick to draw parallels between this and something released a little over 2 decades ago, which also had a similar approach to keep the people relaxed and away from reality. These VR cows were being compared to what? So, again, a broad answer. You don't need to give a very specific answer. And VR headsets, which probably put you in a better environment than the one in which you actually are. So, what in the world of science fiction alludes to that? And think along the lines of the, since VR headsets are involved, think along the lines of the entertainment industry. So, since we are trying to increase our speed, I shall move on to the next question in 10 seconds. अच्छा अभी कर दिया कोई नहीं ठीक है let's move on to the next question then अभी. Yeah, a commemorative coin released a while ago received considerable backlash for its inaccuracies. The addition of another leg, the wrong type of hat, and even a coat that is dubious. To whom was this coin dedicated? I would suggest that you incline your thoughts towards the world of literature. And since it's a science quiz, so I mean, think about literature and science fiction and think about people involved within that sphere. All right, last 10 seconds, guys, then we move on. All right, we can move on a week. With a story rooted in Indian culture and mythology, this superhero quickly became popular among Indian readers. He has a green, muscular body with all the ideal traits of a hero. His extraordinary powers could be attributed to a kind of limbless reptile, the blood of which flows through his veins and aid him to decimate all evil from the world. Identify this superhero, who also shares his prefix with a famous celebrity family active in Telugu cinema. So, a lot of hints have been given, but the answer is quite simple. I mean, the first thing that pops up into your mind when you look at a particular phrase in this block of text shall be the answer. So I would suggest that you don't try to get too deep into the hints given and just play safe in this one. I mean, if you already know it, that's a different thing altogether. But if you don't know it, then I would suggest that you play safe. I think we can move on, Abhik. Since medieval times, this symbol has been used to represent the Holy Trinity. In the late 1980s, it was used to mimic the trisup and symbolized anti-communist sentiments. In 2008, it became a part of pop culture after being used by a certain community as a gesture of thanks, respect, gratitude, or to say goodbye to a loved one. It then went on to become a cry against authoritarian regimes and was even banned in a certain Southeast Asian country. ID the phenomenon from 2008 and the gesture which made headlines as recently as February 2021. So we need two answers from you, the phenomenon from 2008 and the gesture. For the phenomenon, mix the entertainment industry, mix the world of literature, and mix the world of science fiction, and you will probably get an answer. And for the gesture, focus on the fact that the Holy Trinity has been put in bold. So focus on the word Trinity and the kind of connotations that it might have. Yeah, let's move on a week. Yeah, so pictured here are some frames from a story of three generations of super warriors meeting for the final battle of their age to conclude an epoch and commence a new one. In the words of the other, good guys in the book are forced to cheat and lie and break rules to win. What is this story based on? What has it been aptly titled a reference to the time elapsed during the course of this event? So the title is a reference to the time elapsed during the course of this event. So you need to give me the name of the story as well as the name of this work of art, which has been titled according to the time elapsed during the course of this event. And I would just suggest that don't get too far with your imaginations. Think closer home. That's all that I can say. Think closer home.
I think we can go to the two slides after this. I think there are pictures of this. Take a picture.
Right. Abhik.
Yeah. Just look at what this guy looks like, his hair, his attire, and just go to the next picture, Abhi. Look at how the people are dressed, the top view of what does this look like. Basically, this is, yeah, I think Arafa can explain that.
I think it's pretty easy to guess the event by looking at the pictures or frames as we should call them and look at the fact that it is an iconic or a very say a battle of great importance and probably a landmark, and there are debates over whether it actually happened or whether didn't, and these might cause great. No, I guess I should stop giving hints. So, yeah, I think we can move on to the next question. Yeah, so I'll just read out the question, then you can have a look at the video. So, featured here. In fact, I think we should have a look at the video first.
Just a second, I'll present it in a while. Give me 2 seconds.
Right.
Is my screen visible?
Oh, yes, it is visible. I think you can show it once again.
Okay, I think the frame rate was a little dodgy. So just Abhi, can you just show it again, please? I'll just explain the bit what you need to focus on. Look at the visuals. The जैसे दिख रहे हैं visuals, एक बार वो देखो क्या आपको दिख रहा है इसमें. There's a girl, and then she's look at the colors that are used. What sense do these colors evoke? Like very rapidly changing colors. And let's go to the question now. I think Microsoft Teams is messing up the FPS. Yeah, so yeah, Rabbi, I think you'll explain the question.
Right. So featured here is a snippet from an iconic song. The main character from this song ended up inspiring the name of a certain first in human history. Look carefully at the imagery of the song, subject to great scrutiny at the time of its release, owing to the illicit promotion of something, despite the band's constant denial of the same. However, this shady allusion was a major plot point in a film from the last decade, where a character goes on to meet her namesake, the aforementioned first in human history. So, if you've seen the movie, then you probably know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't seen the movie, then think about movies involving science fiction in the last decade. And I think the name of the movie will lead you to the answer. In fact, the name of the movie is the answer. And Yashvardhan, would you like to give more hints for this?
Yeah, okay. ठीक है. Focus on certain first in human history, like literally human history, first in human history. Look carefully at the like that's what I explained. Imagery of the song, it is supposed to evoke some sense. There's some illicit promotion of something. It is shady. It is मतलब ऐसी चीजें जो आप publicly नहीं करना चाहोगे. People usually remain discreet about it, especially artists. Most artists do this, but they are discreet about this. And the band is again very famous. Their art went to another level when they were involved in something along these lines. So now this practice was also used in a film which explained why a particular character got to another level in terms of something, and she met her namesake. So someone with the same name and as her, this namesake is a certain first in human history, quite literally the certain first in human history. So हमें बस एक नाम चाहिए, एक नाम, one word. If you have seen the song, if you've seen how the colors used in the song, you can probably guess the song. The song has a name. That name is also the name of the character, is also the name of the certain first in human history, is also the name of the movie. Some reference कर रहा है. So I think that's enough explanation.
If you guys had the superpower that this character had in the movie, you would probably do very well in this quiz. Or maybe not. Maybe you would either score 0 or you would score a 20. If that can be a vague explanation of the movie. And I think we can move on to the next question then. I think we've spent enough time on this one. An amalgam of sci-fi adventure and a love triangle with a juxtaposition to a famous 1818 novel. This film is a futuristic techno thriller set around 22000 or 3000 AD, and the visual appearance of a character in this film was based on GI Joe action figures. A visual allusion to science books, a briefer history of time and Freakonomics, and a classic appearance of the famous stock scream sound, the Willem scream in the climax scene makes this film an overwhelming mashup of sci-fi spectacles and incredible VFX. And you just need to identify the film and think closer home. No need to go beyond certain boundaries. So think closer home. I think every person in this meeting has watched this film or maybe has watched snippets of this film because this film is a regular makes a regular appearance on TV channels every week, I guess.
For this film, like this is uh, very famous. As Araba said, everyone in India has seen this film, and it was like one of its kind, the first of its kind, very high budget and very memed for some reason. So इसके ऊपर बहुत memes वगैरह भी बने थे इस movie के ऊपर जब ये आई थी. In fact, one of the memes from the sequel became an international meme. So I think that should help. It was something along the lines of something that's beyond all of us. So yeah, I think that's a giveaway hint. So if this question is basically beyond all of us in some way, and that was a meme that was referenced in the sequel of this film. So you don't have to give us a sequel; you just have to give us what film is here. Focus on GI Joe figures, love triangle, sci-fi. Look at 2200 and 3080. This is the timeline. So I think yeah.
I think we can move on to the next question then, Abhik. While his name literally translates to no one, this mythical descendant of Tipu Sultan suffered great familial losses during the revolt of 1857 and voyaged across the seas to avenge the imperialist regime. He also lends his name to a much loved adventurous clown known for his escapist antics, who. So focus on the fact that it's this person is a mythical descendant and not an actual descendant. And the fact that he voyaged across seas will probably give you a fair idea of what his occupation is and might even lead you to his name. So focus on the fact that he voyaged across seas, and I guess that's all that I can give you. Abhig, I think we can move on. All right, so football question for any fans present in the amongst the participants. So listed below is a team put together to combat another worldly team and who used a specific device to train. The name of which also matches up with the level or location of the team that they were up against. So which opponents were they facing and what device did they use to train? So look at the names of the players in the list. I'm sure you must be familiar with a few of them, even if you are not football fans. And focus on the fact that they were up against a team which was from a different level or a different location, an otherworldly team, and the device which they were using share its name with, say, the broad level or the broad location of the otherworldly team that they were up against. So we just want the opponents, who the opponents were, and the device that these players were using to train. And since it says device, think about the tech world as well. In fact, it can be a direct question in a tech quiz as well. So yeah, you can figure it out. I think we can move on then, Abhik. This was an easy question, I guess. And yeah, next question. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a huge toll on the music industry, with even established artists struggling to keep their heads above water. However, a South Korean entertainment company used these restrictions to launch a new unorthodox idol group. Each of the members are able to connect with their fans by maintaining social distancing protocols. How is this achieved? So, a pretty workable question. You don't need to know what actually happened. You can use common sense and get to the final answer. So, a very simple answer: how did they manage to connect with their fans? What innovation did they come up with? Should be an easy one. All right, I think we can move on. Okay, the inabilities of the titular structural persona, which was stolen from another 1986 sci-fi comedy, made the film rely heavily on the visual component. In the strive to achieve excellence in the same, over the course of 18 months, a certain legend was constantly rewatched. This legend will also inspire an iconic loser from our childhood, whose legacy includes certain vehicles. Who is the legend that was constantly being referred to, and which film does the titular structure belong to? Right, so you don't need to name the iconic loser from our childhood. You need to name the legend, just say wo iconic loser. Uh, just say the creation of the iconic loser was inspired. So I need the name of the legend and the name of the movie. And the image of the vehicle is related to the iconic loser from our childhood and not related to the legend. So don't get confused between the two. I think we can move on. The beginning of the Nobel Prize Awards in 2019 was narrated much like the beginning of the universe, owing to the popularity of this pop culture phenomenon in the scientific community. This provides favorable coincidence as the quirky, eccentric, asocial physicist from this pop culture phenomenon strives to win a Nobel Prize as well with his spouse. This character was named after a Nobel winning physicist who worked extensively in the field of superconductivity. Identify the character and the physicist that he's named after. So I guess it is a pretty easy question. And even if you haven't watched or been acquainted with this pop culture phenomenon, you will probably be familiar with quirky, eccentric, asocial physicist characters in the world of pop culture. And I guess it's easy to get to the character, but it might be slightly difficult to get to the physicist. So, I mean, just don't Google the answer. That will be a gross, I mean, what can I say? Just don't Google the answer. Be a sporty quizzer. And I mean, if you know the character, it is easy to Google who the character was named after. But yeah, that's all that I can say. But just don't use Google. If you want more hints regarding the pop culture phenomenon, focus on the fact that beginning of the universe has been put in bold. All right, easy question. So I guess we can move on, Abhik. All right, pictured here are some of the characters created by this author. He was recreated by his fans in the form of a simulacrum or remote controlled android designed in his likeness. Such simulacra had been themes of many of his works. His simulacrum was included on a discussion panel in a San Diego Comic Con presentation about the film adaptation of his novel Dash Dash Dash, his first without the use of amphetamines, for which he shared the screenplay credits. Author, name the author, and name the film. uh, 10 seconds, right, 15 seconds, and then we move on to the last question of the prelims. And then we will do a very quick rerun. Yeah, I guess we can move on a week. Right, so here's the last question. This map shows the locations of a mysterious phenomenon which was first seen in an epic sci-fi movie series. Theories about extraterrestrial participation in this recent phenomenon immediately popped up all over the internet, but some say this is merely a prop left behind by the crew of an HBO series. What is being talked about here? Identify the movie series and the HBO drama. I think if you were active on social media in the last few months, you might have seen it for sure. You might have seen memes related to this phenomenon. And in fact, some, uh, what should I say? I don't want to give away, but this phenomenon was also kind of reported in India as well. And right, I don't wish to give a lot of hints over here. So you need to give me the name of the phenomenon, the movie series, and the HBO drama. I think it's very easy to get to the movie if you know the phenomenon that I'm talking about. All right, last 10 seconds, and then we will do a quick rerun. All right, fine. So since you've already read question 20, we can move on to question 19 and stick on for about, say, 10 seconds. We just like stay on for 5 to 10 seconds for every question and keep moving on.
Also, guys, it's advisable that you start winding up with your answers. So this is the rerun is a time when you just narrow down your guesses to your final answers, and please submit on time. We'll be closing the form at 1:20. It's 1:16 currently. So as the rerun is going on, you can just probably look at the questions that you're doubtful about. So yeah, let's go. We've already played the video. So yeah. Focus on good guys in the books are forced to cheat and lie, break rules to win. Pretty obvious. The reference to the time elapsed during the course of this event, very direct again. Question 11. Let's go to the previous question. Okay. So a phenomenon, quizzes, science fiction, think of books, movies, series, Say Goodbye, Gratitude, Phenomenon 2008. Yeah, I think Araba, you can wrap up with the last 9 questions.
Right, world of literature, world of science fiction, and a personality involved in that sphere, and the entertainment world. Again, a question is kind of inclined towards the entertainment world. Think about the animated world, if that's the hint that you were looking for. And I think the only thing that you need to focus in this entire block of text is on the word recently. Just think about the word recently, and I guess you don't need any other hint apart from this. So, right. And yeah, think about eccentric people and their eccentric companies. Yeah, keep moving on. Okay. Yeah, this was pretty easy, I guess. You just need to name both the series. And focus on the part, plug the leaks, and it will lead you to the name of the organization. Noun slash proper noun. And right, I guess this was a pretty easy one. I think the event was pretty evident, and the nuclear plan can be derived from the popular space opera, probably the most popular. All right, fine. I won't say anything else. Okay, with that we come to the end. Yes, Vardhan, you can take over, I guess.
Okay, yeah. It's 1:19. We've got 1 minute. Please start submitting your forms. Please start entering your answers. And the forms are just open for 1:19. It's 1:19 on my system at the moment. And जो भी लिखा है यार submit कर दो. Okay, ठीक है. Answers We'll probably allow you to unmute for the answers, and you can speak out the answers. Okay, Ankit, please close the form in 10 more seconds, and yeah, and you can probably speak out, Ankit, as soon as you close the forms. Just wait a week on this here. Yeah, I think we can close the forms now, Ankit.
Yeah, so the form are closed. So
Okay, just one again, अगर किसी को submit करना है, अगर आपका रह रहा है, just one last call, please. Okay, I've got a text. ठीक है, so some okay. Right, if there's anyone who wants to submit, this is the last call. If you want, we can just open it for a moment, but you can just text on the Cognizance group. I'll just wait for 15 more seconds. If you just want to tell me something, or just text on the group basically. Okay, fair enough. The forms are closed. Any responses after this moment will not be accepted. So let's go to the first question. Anyone wants to answer it, you can unmute yourself and answer. So the event.
The Death Star from Star Wars.
Okay, so okay, let's go to the answer. So Alien Invasion and Star Wars, these are two things that we're looking for. So if you've mentioned Alien Invasion, you get 0.5, Star Wars, you get 0.5. Let's go to the next question. For this one.
Plumbers from Ben 10.
Plumbers.
Let's see the answer. Yeah, this is Plumbers from Ben 10. What about this one?
Star Trek and US Space Force.
Okay, let's go to the answer. Yeah, Space Force and Star Trek. Sujit, are you there in the chat?
Tesla Roadster.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Oh, okay, let's go to the answer. Yeah, this is Tesla Roadster. इसका बताओ.
Daft Punk's Visor.
Okay.
Is this Daft Punk?
Yeah, this is Daft Punk. Great.
Yeah.
Next question. They broke up yesterday, right?
Silver
This one?
Surfer again.
Frozone.
Frozone.
It's not Silver Surfer.
It's
It's
Frozone.
Yeah. Next question.
The Matrix.
Is this the Matrix? Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. This is the Matrix. This one.
This is H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells is correct.
Nagraj.
Nagraj.
Okay. Okay.
Was this the Three Finger Salute?
The
Three
Finger
Finger
Salute and Mind Mark.
Okay. Yeah. We just wanted 3 fingers.
Mahabharata.
18 days. 18 days. Mahabharata.
Okay. Okay. Great. This one.
Lucy.
Okay. Yeah, we saw the answer. It was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the song.
Is this Toy Story?
Not really.
Star Wars.
No, not really. Just Abhi, just
Is
wait.
this robot? Is
Yeah,
this robot?
Abhi, just wait till we get the final answer. Yeah, just go to the question. 12th wala. Yeah, 13 wala. Yeah, sorry, 13 wala. The next question, the robot wala question. Yeah, so this is basically Robot 1818 Frankenstein novel. Frankenstein is a novel that it was inspired by. Love Triangle, Futurist Techno Killer, and 2200 and 3000 AD is basically the suggested timeline at the end of the first Robot film. So this is Robot. If you've written Robot, you get points. Let's go to the 14th question. Just wait till we get the answer from someone from the audience. 14th question. Okay.
This is Captain Nemo.
Nemo.
Let's go to the answer. This is
From
Captain.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. Next question.
Space
Galaxy.
Galaxy
Virtual
11 and Alien.
Galaxy 11 versus Aliens. Samsung ad.
Okay, perfect. Perfect answer.
Oh,
But
Okay.
use the
Contactless concerts.
Okay. Any other answers?
Virtual concert.
Let's see the answer.
Consumer fan signs.
Let's see the answer. This is what we are looking for, virtual counterparts. So we'll see what your answers are and then see if you should give you points, because that's not exactly what we're looking for. Okay, this one.
this was Monsieur Hulot, right? In the inspiration of Mr. Bean.
Okay, and what did you say for the film?
Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Not really.
I left that blank. I didn't really know that. I just knew the inspiration for Mr. Bean, so I give that answer.
The main film, the one in which they had to rely heavily on visual components.
Monsieur Hulo's Holiday.
Mm.
Monsieur Hulot.
No. Both Mr. Bean is inspired from this legend, and a film in particular also was inspired from this legend.
No
Okay.
idea.
No one got this right. So let's go to the answer. Let's go to the answer. Yeah. So Wall-E and Chaplin. Wall-E facial expressions say they were very similar to, because Wall-E cannot talk, right? Let's go to the next question. Yeah. Pretty simple.
Sheldon
Leonard
Cooper and Lee.
Cooper and Leon Cooper.
Okay.
Leon Cooper.
Sheldon Cooper and Leon Cooper. Great. The next question. This one.
Is this Philip K. Dick
Okay.
and Scanner Darkly?
Okay, let's see the answer. Great answer. This is Sema-Aquila, Philip K. Dick's robotic design. Okay, next question. Last question. Pretty simple again.
These were the
The Monolith, 2001, Space Odyssey, and Westworld.
Okay, perfect answer. Monolith. So 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.33 rather. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the prelims. And what time is it? 1:27. So we'll probably try to get the answers in the next 15 minutes or so. Thank you so much for attending. And if you want, you can stay right here. If you want, you can
We
leave.
forgot to write Monolith for the last question. Do we lose points?
Yeah, of course you lose points because that's
Okay. 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 Cool.
Any other
Good questions.
Sorry.
Good questions. Good questions.
Thank you so much. Did we find it too tough, because a lot of people are leaving the groups?
They were okay.
The questions were quite fun based.
Could you share the questions?
Yeah, we'll share it after the finals. So please just stay in the group. Do not leave the group, because that doesn't reflect well, right? So yeah, we'll be back with the results in like 15 or so. Just stay here. If you want, you can leave and join again, because we'll be declaring the results on the group as well. All right.
So the results will be shared on the group or on this Microsoft meeting?
Both. हर जगह, like इस पे भी announce कर देंगे, and we'll put it there as well. So we'll just keep to checking the results, because we're dealing with a large volume. So yeah, we'll get back. Okay, अभी तक फाइनलिस्ट आए नहीं है क्या?
लॉबी में एक्सेप्ट कर दूं?
हाँ कर दो, चलो। Hi, the finalists. Can you just unmute yourself and say something?
Hello.
Jai Atula.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just,
hi.
just please introduce yourself if possible.
Hello.
Okay, great. So, who do we not have at the moment? We've got 9 teams. So just please, security members, just please ask the finalists to join.
My teammates just joining.
Okay, cool. We'll be starting by 2:45. So please just ask your teammates to join as soon as possible. You can have something खाना वाना खा सकते हो अगर भूख लगी है.
Excuse me, can I call my team member?
Sure. Like, have they not joined? If your team members not joined, please contact them and please ask them to join at the earliest. We're going to have the first question at 2:45. So we're just waiting for everyone to be there.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just send them the link.
Okay. Others, CKD members, can you just please confirm if everyone's here? Please just cross check and okay.
Have you assigned team numbers?
Yeah. The numbering on the group itself is going to act as a default.
9 is here.
Sorry.
Rahul, is Rajat your team member?
Yes.
I think everyone is here. Anyone who's not having his or her team member right here? सबके आ गए हैं, I guess.
Okay, just let's still 240 हो गया
Can
ना?
you wait till 250? My partner will come after like 5 or 10 minutes. He has
Okay.
he has a meeting.
We'll wait till 45. Please ask them to make it as quick as possible because that's what we had planned initially, right? So
Okay, okay.
okay, do we have Sahaj Noor here?
Yes, I'm there.
ठीक है. Sahaj Noor is going to be a host today alongside Abhik. And do we have Aparna here? Ankit here? Aparna, Ankit, can you just say if you're here?
I'm here.
Okay, Ankit here. Aparna, are you there? Aparna? Because Aparna scores.
She's in the meeting though.
Sorry.
How do we do this?
Abhik, I
Yeah.
can share, download the latest slide and just put it up.
All right. In the meanwhile, can you explain how we are conducting the answer now?
Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Can Aparna is not here. Just hold on, please. So Ankit is going to keep the scores. Sahaj Noor and Abhik are going to read out the questions and just basically present the slides. And yeah. Okay.
And we have to answer on the mic.
Screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Just go to full screen.
It's in the full screen.
Okay.
And do we have to answer on the mic?
No,
We'll
I'll just
explain.
explain this. I'm just figuring something out. Is Aparna? Ankit, can you just try contacting Aparna in bar?
Yeah, once I got text. Yeah.
Okay. You can share it with. You can share the link to this meeting with people in that quiz group, as well as Conquistadors members can also watch this. Okay. Fine. Full screen हो रहा है क्या अभी?
अभी नहीं, अभी कर रहा हूँ मैं, अपना माइक ऑन कर रहा था.
Okay. It's 2:45. Okay. ठीक है. All right. Go to the rules slide. Just go to full screen and then go to the rules slide.
अभी full screen पे है.
Full screen पे.
Click on the slide button नीचे.
नीचे bottom right. Like slideshow mode.
It is in slideshow mode. पता नहीं तुम्हारे में क्यों नहीं आ रहा, but मेरे में तो slideshow में चल रहा है.
Okay, exit and start sharing again. Like पहले enter the slideshow mode and then start sharing.
Oh, all right. Now is it fine?
No.
No, just stop sharing on Microsoft Teams एक बार.
Yeah, stop sharing एक बार.
Yeah, just try again. ये बहुत लफड़ा होता है यार इसमें. Even professors have a tough time with this.
Are you presenting like an app or are you presenting a screen?
मैं app कर रहा हूँ present. Should I present screen?
हाँ, I guess screen तो करना पड़ेगा.
But stop sharing again. I think. Okay. Who all from Conquistadors are here? Can you just unmute yourself and say you're here? Your name? We need some. Yeah.
Yes, working now. Ab say it.
Okay. So Sujit, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just Sujit. So just put your. Can you serve as the pounds checker?
All right, I'll do that.
You'll do that, no? Just put your number. Post your number in the Cognizance wala group. You just write that you're going to DM me your bounces. Okay.
Okay. I'm not in that group. You'll have to add me to that group.
Add it. Give me a moment. Okay. I've added you in Cognizance. Yeah. Okay. Go to the rules slide, Abhi.
Can you just drop a message on the group so that we can know which number to DM?
Okay. Sujit is just going to do it. Wait, Sujit, I'll tag Sujit only. Please direct your bounces to him. I'll explain how we'll go about this. Yeah. Okay. So 16 questions in the finals. Plus 10, minus 10 on pounds, bounce. Is anyone here not familiar with pounds and bounds? Like, are you? I'm presuming all of you are familiar, but so I'll just explain. Pounds is when bounce is basically अगर किसी के ऊपर question direct है, तो अगर उसको answer आता है, तो question ends there. If the person does not know the question passes or bounces to the next team, and if they get it right, then it closes there. Or again the same cycle, it just keeps on bouncing to the other team जब तक वो finally answer हो जाता है. But अगर किसी का direct question है, other teams will have an opportunity to answer it indirectly. That is by means of pounds. So what will happen on pounds? Pounds again, because pounds is indirect. So you'll have to pounce privately, and because we are not doing this offline, so pounds पे आपको क्या करना है? You'll have to message Sujit your team name and your answer. Your answer is going to be final. So please think twice, thrice before whatever answer you're going to send to Sujit. All right, so that's going to be a pounce, and pounce is going to have a specified time limit, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, depending on the questions. Abhi can Sehajnu will probably tell you kitna time bacha hai pounce mein, or I'll tell you jo bhi hoga yahan pe. And 9 teams, 16 questions. Most questions, like literally every question is workable, particularly because you're in the finals. So we hope that this quiz is as accessible as we think it is. And yeah, Abhi and Sehajnu, I think you guys can take over now.
All right. So is Sujit ready with the? Have you all saved Sujit's number?
Repeat.
Have you all saved Sujit's number so that you can answer it on pounds? Are you all ready with Sujit's number?
Can
Pounds?
you share the link to the?
Yes, we are ready.
I'll just read out his number. You can probably note it down. 88401 40051. Sujit Ray. And Ankit is going to keep scores, but it is also advisable that you keep your own scores. Plus 10, minus 10. Again, pounce has got a negative penalty. So if you're pouncing and if you get it wrong, you risk a negative penalty of minus 10 points. So please play safe. Please do not pounce on your own question unless you really want to. And good luck. I think we can start. Sehajnu and Adi.
Can you tell the order of the teams? Team 1, Team 2?
It's the same as the message that we put out on the group, right? In no particular order. So that's a team.
Okay.
So I'll just still read out. Team 1 is Sadgun Sopti, Sanat Chathana. Please, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Team 2 is Rehan Bhatia and Ritvik Gupta. Team 3 is Japneet Singh, Rohan Garg. Team 4 is Sonal Sharma and Ashwarya Giri. Team 5 is Keshav Nakash. Team 6 is Rahul Nair and Sportsman of the Mist. Very cool. Team 7 is Kartike Tyagi. Team 8 is Ambarish and Shobit. Team 9 is Parth Hasabnas and Aditya Pethe. I hope that's clear. So, yeah.
Do you guys have a Google sheet for the scores or something? If yes, could you share the sheet or anything?
No, we'll just keep you updated on what the scores are.
Okay.
Right after the halfway mark, we'll just have a score check. So please keep your own scores and baki kam log bhi rakh rahe hain. So yeah, first question for team 1, I think. Abhi, Sehajnu, over to you.
So I'll close the pounds 15 to 20 seconds after I stop reading the questions. All right. So let's start. Featured here is a picture of the multi-support vessel from the second installment of a popular third-person shooter game series. Named after a Luxembourgian publisher, this ship was a tribute to the very genre of the game, with the publisher being a pioneer in the same. Earning among the other laurels a literature award named after him, which game known for its universal influence. So I think there's a picture on the next slide. If you focus on the bolded letters, bolded words, I think it will be a good hint for you to work out the question. And pounds will close in 10 seconds.
We'll go a little slow initially. So, Abhi, let's go slow for the first.
Can you show the picture again?
Sorry.
Can you show the picture again?
Yeah. So we just keep it open for a minute till the 8th question, then we can speed up a bit.
All right.
Okay, just all finalists are there. I hope all finalists are there because Arushi is raising a concern that someone's not joined. Has everyone joined?
My partner hasn't joined. He'll join as soon as he gets home.
Okay. No worries. So only one person not there. So we'll have a 1-minute window after every question for the first few questions. Then we'll speed up. So yeah. Sujit, can you just let us know as people pounce?
Yeah. Team 5 is pounced.
Okay. Yeah, BK, go ahead.
I think it'll be better if you could just say if you've received the pounds of team, let's say 5 or 7, whatever.
Okay, I think it's enough time for pounds. Pounds is closed now. It's
just
direct.
team 5 pounds, okay?
Okay, so it's direct for team 1. Team 1, you can let us your answer know and unmute yourself and answer the question, please. Team 1. Team 1. Sadgun, Sanat.
Passing to
Yeah,
team.
we are passing. My teammate has accidentally left the meeting. He'll be joining back.
Okay, Team 2.
Okay, so we are guessing that the game is Mass Effect, and we aren't sure about the person. We'll go with Hugo. Matlab, Hugo, what's
Okay, that's what did you say? What's the game?
Mass Effect?
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Okay, it's
Correct.
Mass Effect 2, by the way, and Hugo what is correct.
Yeah.
So plus 10 for Team 2, 0 for Team 1, and Sujit, did Team 5 answer correctly?
Yeah, so they gave one part correct and the game was incorrect.
So they get a neg -10 because there's no part points on bounce.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Team 2 answered, this is direct for Team 3 now. A species with nearly 1,000 members, the fossil variants have commonly derived their names from their real-world counterparts. Pictures is on the left. Strangely enough, in 2014, this nomenclature process was reversed, and a UK-based paleontologist named a real fossil he discovered after a member of this species. This picture is on the right, with the hope of engaging the next generation of scientists through popular culture. Identify this nearly 1,000-member species, the genus of the creature on the right, along with the specific inspiration behind its name. So I want three things: 1,000-member species, the genus of the creature, and the specific inspiration behind its name.
Okay, so a little specification of what's needed. On the left, you see 4 different creatures. So in जो चारों creatures का जो नाम है, that has inspired the names and designs of creature from this 1,000-member species. However, on the right, you see a creature. इस creature का नाम has been inspired in turn from that 1,000-member species का एक character. So we want what that 1,000-member species is, first part. Second, we want ki what is the creature on the right originally called, what is iska genus, and third part is which member of that 1,000-member species is this character named after. So 3 parts. You get like 5 points for naming the 1,000-member species and 2.5 and 2.5 for the second and third parts of the question. So
Closing.
Sujit, has anyone found?
No bounces as yet.
Okay, we'll just keep it open for 30 more seconds.
All right.
I've received pounds from team 1 and from team 2.
Okay, 5 more seconds and I think we can go to team 3. Yeah. Sorry?
Okay, pounds is closed now. Team 3, can you unmute and answer the question?
Is the genus Archaeopteryx? We don't know the other two parts.
Okay, so your answer for the genus is Archaeopteryx, right?
Yes.
Okay, passing to team 4. Team 4. Sonal, Aishwarya.
Is this Pokemon?
Pokemon for which part?
The pop culture reference.
And the other two parts?
No idea.
All right, passing to team 5.
Is this Pokemon for 1,000-member species? Genus being Pocky, and specific inspiration being the Charizard.
Okay, passing to team 6. Team 6.
The 1,000-member species, 1,000 members would be Pokemon. The third one, the right creature species, would be, I guess, Charizard. And genus, no idea.
Team 7.
Pass.
Team 8.
So the genus could be Kanto from the Pokemon region. The pop culture reference should be Pokemon, and the real world counterpart, I guess, is Charizard.
Team 9.
Yes, so we're gonna continue. It's gonna be Pokemon, but I think the genus might be Aerodactyl. Then Aerodactyl or along the Aerodactylix, something
Because
along
the
those lines.
Pokemon is Aerodactyl.
Yeah, we believe the inspiration behind the name is Aerodactyl.
Pokemon Aerodactyl.
And the other two parts, the other part?
The Pokemon being the first answer, the second one Aerodactyl, and inspiration behind the name was Aerodactyl.
The Pokemon was Aerodactyl.
We don't know
You know,
the genus, but we are gonna like Aerodactylix. Just a random guess.
It's
We don't
Team
know
9.
the answer.
Okay, then the last team that's left, I think.
Only one part is you answered Pokemon for the first, and the species is Aerodactylus, right?
Is
Okay.
there any team that's left?
Team 1 and 2. Team 2.
Give this inspiration.
Sujit, which team pounced on this question?
Team 1 and Team 2 had pounced.
Okay, so no team. No.
Yeah, no team is left, I think.
So would anyone from the audience like to try? Like open wild guess.
Okay, let's close it then. The answer is Pokemon, Aerodactylus, and Petrodactylus. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Pterodactylus and Aerodactylus. I'll just explain what this
Do we
is.
get part points for Aerodactyl?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Pterodactylus. Ptero refers to wings in Greek, and Aerodactylus is just to enhance the fact that it's an aerial creature. So Pterodactylus is the genus of this creature. Pterodactyls are not exactly dinosaurs, but often mistaken for dinosaurs. And Aerodactyl is a Pokemon after which is named. So what did they pounce, Sujit?
Yeah, so Pokemon was the correct part, and they had also guessed Aerodactyl, but they did not get the second part. Neither of the teams got it right.
So both get a -10. Which teams?
Teams 1 and 2.
So team 1 and 2 get -10, team 4 gets +5, and team 9 gets +2.5.
If you I had a problem here. So right, we guessed Aerodactylus, which is the genus. Aerodactyl was the inspiration.
Aerodactyl was the inspiration, but pterodactyl
is the genus, nah.
The main genus that this belongs to is Pterodactylus. Aerodactylus is one of the subspecies of that genus after which this was named.
Aerodactylus, I think, is a genus.
Okay, because from what we checked, it was Pterodactyl is the main जिसका ये part है Aerodactylus.
नहीं, अरे जैसे I opened up Google Wikipedia ना, तो उसमें Aerodactylus को genus ही लिखा है.
Okay, just hold on.
So should we give?
Can we just move forward?
Okay, ठीक है. So points to whom?
You can give your ruling and we'll move forward.
Okay, points to whom?
So should I give points to team 5 then? Which team answered first Aerodactylus apart from team 9?
No one answered Aerodactylus. We were the first ones. Other people answered Charizard.
So you guys answered Pokemon as well as Aerodactylus, so you get 7.5.
Also, team 2 also guessed the same thing on the pounds.
But you guys are getting an egg, right?
Yeah, you left one part.
Matlab, we did the same thing, Pokemon, Aerodactylus, and inspired by Aerodactyl. Are you considering that, or will you do that later, Matlab?
I guess we'll not give them next for this one because it's disputed. So let's go for the next question. We'll not give next to team 2 then.
Wait, hold up. Scores बताना एक बारी.
Scores for this round.
Just team 4 get a point.
Yeah, team 4 gets a +5, team 9 gets 7.5, and others do not get a point.
And no points to team 1 and 2.
Yeah, you don't get a neg, and you neither get a neg, you neither get a point. So you get 0.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Team
answer correct or is it disputed? So what is the correct answer then?
Pterodactylus is the main genre जिसके नाम पे ये पड़ा है genus का. So basically this comes under Pterodactylus. So Aerodactyl is inspired by Aerodactyl, granted, but Pterodactyl is what this belongs to. Like I'll share the article probably if I find it in a while.
Did team 5 would get team 5 get points for Pokemon?
No, I think
No,
team
it's
answered
already
it
correct.
before, right?
So like team 9 got 7.5, no?
But because
so what was the
they said Pokemon as well as Aerodactyl, so they got 2 of 3 answers correct, right? Because we are not conserving points, so you can repeat what the other team said, but you will only get points as long as you give the other parts correctly.
Okay, cool.
Right. So yeah, I think we can go on.
So moving on to next question. Sorry for the error. So next question. Titled after one of the oldest games recorded in human history, this sci-fi novel explored the themes of science, technology, and religion. True to its name, the novel questioned the meaning of life amidst absurd patterns threaded together by a dark humor. However, given the time of its publication, a plot point that involved mutually assured destruction around a fictional Caribbean island, it is suggested that the work was a ballistic take on the events of that era. Which work and what event? So if you focus on the
We
location
cannot
of
see
the
the next slide.
sorry.
Our team. Okay, the slide updated for this team right now. Sorry.
This is direct for which team?
This is direct for Team 4.
I've received no bounces yet.
Okay, for the hints, just focus on oldest games threaded together, absurd patterns threaded together, mutually assured destruction, Caribbean island. Everything in bold is a hint.
On pounds, you need both, right?
Yeah. If no one's bouncing, I think we can close.
Yeah, no one's bounced yet.
ठीक है, अभी just close it then.
Okay, so it's direct for Team 4. Team 4, your answer. Team 4. Sonal, Aishwarya, are you there?
Pass.
Team 5.
is the work the Lost World?
And event?
Event nuclear bombing, something like mushroom bombs, nuclear bombing, nuclear bombs being made.
So nuclear
and
bombing.
all.
Your voice is not clear.
Yeah, so
what did he say?
So it is the Lost World and the nuclear bombing, like the Manhattan Project and the nuclear bombs.
Not really an event.
Okay, so passing on to Team 5. Team 6.
We were Team 5. Yeah.
Sorry, Team 6. Six.
The work is, I think, oldest game being Ludo, I think, and the event is atomic bomb testings in Bikini Atoll Islands.
Okay. Team 7.
Pass.
Team 8.
So the event is the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the game is probably chess. We don't know, chess probably.
Okay. Team 9.
Do we have to guess the game or just the work and the event?
Both work and event.
Okay,
Game
the
is
game
the
would be, I guess,
The
Cat's
name of the
Cradle.
game
Work would be the Lost World, and event would be the Cuban Missile Crisis.
the game and the work have the same name. Like it's literally there.
Oh, then other game, I guess the work would be Cat's Cradle.
And the event?
Event was Cuban Missile Crisis.
This is team 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is Cat's Cradle and Cuban Missile Crisis. So team 8 gets +5 for Cuban Missile Crisis and team 9 gets a +10. Sujit, what about the teams which bounced?
No team had pounds for this one.
Okay. So as team 9 answered this question, this next question will be a direct for team 1.
Yeah, just a small question. For the Pokemon question, did we get 7.5 or 2.5 because we answered 2?
It's team 9. Right? Team 9 gets 7.5.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this is a direct for team 1. The inspiration for this project came from a number of dystopian works, but the most prominent influence was the 1957 novel, The Blanks Are Indicative. The author's philosophy of being driven by selfishness rather than altruism serves as the driving force behind the project's antagonist and his life's work. Its thematic core was born when director Ken Levine saw a statue of the Greek Titan, the blanks are again indicative, while walking near the Rockefeller Center in New York. The statue was a primary influence behind the project's Art Deco stylings. ID the project, a spiritual successor to the System Shock franchise, the author, and the book. So the picture of the statue is on the next slide. This is the statue. And you have to give 3 parts: the project, the author, and the book. This is direct for team 1. And pounds will close in 30 seconds.
Excuse me, for the pounds, we have to guess the novel, the Titan, and the project, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The novel, the author, and the book. The novel, the project, and the author.
The novel, the project, and the author.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pounds closing in 10. Okay, pounds is closed. Team 1.
Could you give one more minute with typing? Just 1 second, please.
Pounds is closed now. Team 1. Sujit, don't take any more pounces. Team 1, please answer the question.
Okay, so the book is Atlas Shrugged. The author is Ayn Rand, and the project is Bioshock.
Okay. So you got it correct on the first go. Bioshock, Atlas Shrugged, and Ayn Rand are the correct answer. So team 1 plus 10.
Rockefeller shouldn't it be Prometheus? I thought Prometheus was in Rockefeller.
I have not been to New York, so I can't.
Sorry.
So only,
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
okay, so only team 1 gets +10 on this, and what about the pounds?
No one had pounced.
Okay.
So next question will be direct for team 2. This project automated the process of writing horror stories by scrapping data from a niche internet forum that literally translates to insomnia. The project was aptly titled after a pioneer of science fiction, although their work is also categorized as horror. This author's most famous character shared similar traits with the bot in a sense that it was a put together from varied sources, resulting in a freakish juxtaposition of sorts. Name the project. This is a direct for team 2 and bounce will close in 30 seconds.
Okay, so I have received pounds from team 3 and from team 4. And I've also received another pounds from team 5.
Okay, pounds closing in 5. Pounds closed. Can you repeat which teams bounced?
Yeah, so team 3 bounced, team 4 bounced, and team 5 bounced.
So this was a direct for team 2.
Just a minute. I think team 8 bounced late.
Yeah, so pounds was closed. Don't accept the pounds. So,
Yeah, so 3, 4, and 5 pounds registered.
Okay, so this was a direct for team 2. Team 2?
Is this Shelley from Mary Shelley?
Okay. So this indeed is Shelley. This was a direct for team 2, so team 2 gets plus 10.
हमने डाला था एक जगह पे.
Sorry, आवाज कट गई, कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया.
Sorry, my bad. I meant to mute myself.
So Jeet, which teams got it right?
Yeah, so team 3 got it correct and team 4 and 5 got it wrong. They answered Frankenstein and not Shelley.
Okay.
So
So plus 10 to team 2 and 3 and minus 10 to team 4 and 5.
Yep.
All right.
Can you go back to the question once?
Is it fine? Should I move?
Yeah, go ahead. Cool.
Just a minute. I think team 5 clarified that it was team 7. Team 5, if you could unmute yourself and just tell me what you did right here. I think it is team 7, Karthike.
No, team
Yeah,
5
I
did call out
bounced, but
Frankenstein.
you said that bounce is closed now.
Right. Okay. Got it. So the scoring is remains the same. Okay. Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, so this will be a direct for team 4. Featured here is a character from a 2019 Netflix series. According to the creators, the character's design superimposes the head of a legendary composer over the body of an equally legendary athlete. The character is an artist, and his love for a specific color isn't just a reference to his name, but also couples as a tip of the hat to a French post-war artist. Name the composer, the athlete, and the artist. So the picture is also on the next slide. You can you can look at the pictures carefully, and I think the pictures itself is a big hint. I'll move back to the question slide. This is a direct for team 4, and pounds will close in 30 seconds.
Look at the color that is, you can see in the picture.
No team has bounced yet.
Okay, I'll give one more hint. The composer this guy is named after has also named his albums, has also used this color in the name of his albums very often, which makes sense when you look at what the color is. So, and for the athlete, probably look at his body, look at what he looks like, think of the most legendary athlete you can think of who looks like that. And for the artist, it's a I think it's a slightly know it or you don't kind of a funda, but maybe the tile he's holding helps.
Okay, pounds has closed now. Sujeet has any
No
team?
one had bounced. No.
Okay, so team 4, can you unmute and answer the question?
Is the artist Yves Klein? Because Yves Klein blue.
And for the other parts? For the athlete
Usain Bolt is the athlete.
and composer? Team 4, composer.
Pass.
Okay, team 5.
The composer being John Williams, the athlete being Jesse Owens, and the artist being um Duchamp.
Oh, okay. Passing to team 6.
The artist is Michael Jordan. Sorry,
Artist is
athlete is
Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan. The athlete is Michael Jordan. The composer is Bach, I guess, and the artist I don't know.
Okay, team 7.
Athlete is Usain Bolt, and I don't know the artists.
Team 8.
The artist is Usain Bolt, and we are going with a music composer, so probably Hans Zimmer, and we have no idea about the artist.
Team 9.
We're gonna guess that the artist is Zima, the athlete is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and no idea about the composer.
Team 1.
Just one second. So the artist is Yves Klein, athlete is Usain Bolt, and composer is Stevie Wonder.
Composer is CV.
Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Team 2.
Is this Mozart, Jordan, and Zima?
No. So only team 4 got 2 parts correct.
Okay. We'll give 5 points for giving the artist correct, and plus 2.5 and plus 2.5 for the composer and athlete respectively. So that's the breakup. So yeah.
We didn't get the chance to answer. We are team 3.
Okay.
वैसे we want to pass, but still you guys follow it.
Okay. Please.
Okay. Sorry for that. I thought, okay, it was a direct for team 4. Sorry, I missed team 3. So team 4 gets plus 7.5, right?
Yeah, but would anyone like to try the answer? Like, guess करना है तो कर सकते हो. Okay, I think we can show them the answer then.
As Davis was involved and he was clean. So the next direct will be for team 5.
So team 4 gets 7.5.
Yeah, they got the athlete and the
Yes,
artist.
7.5, yes.
7.5, okay. And no points to any other team?
No.
Okay.
So this is a direct for team 5. Bride of Frankenstein, a 1935 American science fiction horror film, and the first sequel to Frankenstein, was subjected to a major censorship during production by the Hayes office. A planned shot of the monster rushing through a graveyard was specifically objected owing to a certain similarity that led to an action, and the censorship board deemed the same to be blasphemous. Due to this, the makers of the film changed the scene, as shown in picture 1, to the one in picture 2. Why? Put funda. So you need to take a close look of the both pictures. I'll show it in the next slide. Yeah, so take a close look at what's happening and tell me why did they make a change. This is direct for team 5.
Can you show the text?
Bounce closes in 15 seconds.
इस पे थोड़ा सा time तक रखते हैं because
You are pouncing. Just give us a few seconds to type. We did text
Team
it. We are
3,
pouncing. Just give us a few seconds
yeah,
to
yeah.
type.
Okay.
Team 3 has
Give us
pounced and team 9 has pounced.
just keep it open for a little while. If you're pouncing, just write pounce and then you can type your message. So that just type pounce as the first message before the window, so you can give your answer. वरना फिर typing में time लग जाएगा.
Team 3 and Team 9 have pounced, right?
Yeah, team 3 and team 9.
This has a very specific funda, so please be careful. Please be as specific as possible.
Team 6 is also pounced.
Let's close the pounce now. Pounce is closed now. Team 5.
Just a minute. Team 6, you haven't answered yet. Answer in the next 10 seconds or we'll not consider your pounce. Yeah, all right, we can move on. Team 6 has given me the answer.
Okay, Team 5.
Okay, so it looks like the crucifixion of Jesus. So the first picture, Jesus kneeled on the cross, so it looks disrespecting. So they change it to the second picture where the big man or monster is away from Jesus, and because it is evil, so they put this black theme in the background and all.
Why is it disrespecting?
Because Jesus, why is it disrespecting? Just give me a minute, I think. Maybe it looks like some sex position and all, like
okay, passing
two
Passing
homosexuals.
Team 6. Team 6. Oh no, Team 6
No,
had pounced.
6
So
had
Team 7.
pounced.
Team 7.
So first picture is the crucifixion of Jesus, and the monster is sort of like trying to get Jesus from the cross and getting him down. So I think maybe the objective to that of how a monster is trying to save Jesus. And so in the second part, they removed that part where he's trying to rescue him.
Okay, I think it's good enough, right, Yash?
Can you just elaborate on why he's like trying to save Jesus? What do you mean by that?
No, I mean, Jesus is crucified and he's trying to get Jesus off the cross. So maybe the objective to why the monster would be trying
Okay,
to
I think
get
I think this is good enough. Let's go to the answer.
Okay, so the answer is as correctly stated by Team 7, sorry, that the monster was trying to help Jesus off the cross, and this was considered blasphemous. So they decided to change the scene, and in the next scene, as you can see, the monster is ignoring the cross of Jesus. So yeah, that was the answer. Team 7 gets plus 10. What about the teams which bounced, Sujit?
Yeah, so team 6 gets a negative. And a clarification, both the teams have written about the fact that the monster is trying to get Jesus off the crucifix. That is enough, right?
They've written that.
Yeah, they've written that.
Okay. They've just written that.
Yeah, so to be specific, team 9 writes it looks like he's trying to remove the Jesus from the cross, and team 3 writes that he was saving Jesus, saving as in removing from the cross.
Okay, so what's going to be the breakup here? So points to who all, basically.
Yeah, teams 3 and 9 have written this. So what's the point that we are giving them?
I think we should give it to them. Plus
Yeah.
10. We should give plus 10 to them and the team that answered directly. I think, which team was it?
Team 7 has answered correctly, so Team 7 gets a plus 10. Team 3 and 9 get a plus 10, right, Sujit?
Yeah, plus 10.
Yeah, and team 6 gets a negative.
What did they say?
They wrote Roman soldier stabbing Jesus.
Oh, okay. No issues.
Okay, so Team 7 answered this. Next question is a direct for Team 8.
Team 3 and Team 9 gets a +10 on pounds. Team 6
Yes.
gets a -10 on for getting the answer wrong on pounds, and 7 got it right on the direct, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have a score check after the next question.
Yeah.
This is a direct for Team 8. Considered to be one of the greatest what-if moments in history of Indian cinema, the malicious acquisition and subsequent copywriting of this Indian science fiction movie script set across a ripple effect that shaped science fiction entertainment across the world. Of all the films that have a lot in common with the film script, the first came out nearly 4 decades ago. Although the prolific director has maintained that he was in high school when the script was being distributed, things, however, came full circle when an Indian science film released earlier in the century, borrowing elements from the aforementioned Hollywood film. Identify both the movies and the writer of the original script. So you need to give the movie which was released 4 decades ago and the Indian movie which took inspiration from that film and the writer of the original script. This is a direct for Team 8 and pounds will close in 30 seconds.
Pretty straightforward. I mean, everything in bold is like.
Team 5 is bounced.
10 more seconds, I think.
Closes in 10.
Team 2 has also bounced.
Bounce is closed now. Have you taken the answers?
Yeah.
Sorry, we do want to bounce. We messaged 1 second before. So could you just like give 5 seconds to write the answer?
Guys, what you should do, I think, is if you're bouncing, or अगर आप answer type करने में time लग रहा है, just write bounce, so that we know you're bouncing and then type.
We did message that we are bouncing.
and then just after that he said that bounce is closed. So we are just clarifying that
Okay.
if it's
I think
closed.
Okay, which team is this?
Yeah.
It's
Team 9. We should take their pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So Team 5, Team 2, and Team 9 have bounced.
Okay. And all three of them have answered the question, or
Yeah, they have answered. They have answered.
Team 8.
So the Indian film is probably Koi Mil Gaya, and the 4 decade earlier movie is E.T. and no idea about the original script writer.
Team 9. Team 9.
Yeah, we bounced.
Team 9 had bounced.
Oh, sorry. Team 1.
1 second.
Again, it's 2.5, 2.5, and 5 for writer of the script.
So the movie is E.T. and the writer is Satyajit Ray.
And the Indian movie?
Pass.
Team 2. Or Team 2 had bounced.
Team 2 has bounced.
Team 3.
Yeah, so the new movie is Koi Mil Gaya, and the original Indian movie was by Satyajit Ray, The Alien, and the Hollywood movie is E.T.
The original Indian movie was by Satyajit Ray.
Yeah.
Can you tell the 3 parts?
Good enough.
Okay. So team 3 gets all correct. So
I think one team answered E.T. and Koi Mil Gaya, so they get 5. Which one was that?
Team 8 gets plus 5 they answered both the movies. Team 1 gets plus 5 for the writer.
And team gets plus 5 for the writer. And what about the bounces?
Yeah, so Team 2 and Team 5 get plus 10. Team 9 gets a minus 10 because they did not mention the Hindi movie.
Yeah, we guessed the Alien. We accidentally guessed the first movie, and then later we added. So yeah.
Yeah, but we aren't giving part points on the pounds. So.
Later we did add Koi Mil Gaya, but it's okay.
But team had answered already, right? So I did not. I told you that I won't be considering that part.
Okay, so
team 2 and Team 5 get plus 10, and Team 9 gets minus 10 on pounds.
Score check.
Yeah, एक बारी बता दो. Team 1 got +5 on this. Team
Team 8 got +5. Team 3 got +10. Team 2 got +10. And which was the other team?
Team 5 got +10.
Team 5 and Team 5 got +10. Team 9 got -10. Right, Sujit?
Yep. Yeah, correct.
1 sec, मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ क्योंकि like 5 बहुत कम है. So Team 1 got a +5 on this. Team 2, 3 and 5 got +10 and Team 8 also got a +5 and Team 9 got an egg. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's right. So let's have a score. So can you, Ankit, can you tell the scores of each teams?
I'll give the combined score. So Team 1 is on 15.
Yeah.
Team 2 is on 30.
Yeah.
Team 3 is on again 30. Team 4 is on 2.5. Team 5 is on -10. Team 6 is on -10. Team 7 on +10. Team 8 also on +10. And Team 9 on 17.5.
Yeah, I have the same score. So is everyone fine with the scores?
I guess.
Since we are matlab, on a break type here, could we like go back to the Pokemon question once to consider kya karna hai uska? Or are you just scrapping that or something?
You're not giving next for that, right? So,
but our answer wasn't technically incorrect. No, you didn't say which genus you wanted.
Okay.
Like you asked the genus which we gave as Aerodactylus and the inspiration which we gave as Aerodactyl, which is the Pokemon. Like if you could just go back to the question, like you were asking these 3 things only.
Okay, let's go back.
It's already 3:30. Could you please speed up a little bit?
Like,
It's Q&A
like you
rules.
asked
We are
the
getting
1000 member species, that is Pokemon. Second genus of the creature on the right, that is Aerodactylus, and along with the specific inspiration, that is Aerodactyl. So I don't see how Pterodactylus and Aerodactylus becomes the answer for this case.
All right, Ankit. So, which all teams got a point on this one, on this question?
Team 4 and Team 9 got points. Team 4 got +5 and Team 9 got +7.5.
And only one team has this dispute, right?
No, we also have this dispute, Team 1.
Okay. So, okay. I think we can give both the teams a +10 because I think this is on our part that this has thoda bahut wo. So, apologies to everyone. And I think we should give both the teams that mentioned this a +10. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. So I think we should go. Really sorry for this confusion because I think we should have made it clear. So I think we can go to the next question without wasting much time.
So
Ankit,
Team 1 got a +10 for question number 2, the Pokemon one.
Okay. So
Team 1 and Team 2 both.
Team 1 got +10 and Team 2.
Yeah, both had pounds and they had the same answer.
Okay, ठीक है, दे दो फिर, ठीक है. चलो.
Also, can you start passing anti-clockwise since the quiz is halfway?
Yeah, we're getting to that. Sejnur is going to take up.
Yeah, Sejnur, can you take over from here?
इसके बाद it'll go counterclockwise. So team 8 का पहला question होगा, फिर 7, 6. So okay.
So now this is direct for which question? 9th question is direct for which team?
8.
8, okay.
Sorry, wait. 9 is the last team, right?
Yes, 9 is the last. So 9 will get it.
9, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Abhi, can you please move? So originally a short video parody, the first appearance of show's main characters Drew Palace with an iconic duo from the 80s, the same film, the short parodies, with similar sounding names, odd hairstyles, and a passion for scientific adventures, has grown its own feet and has developed a cult following of its own, often verging on risky and edgy humor to connect with its rather nihilistic target audience, named the show and the film. The pounce is open for 20 seconds.
Okay, so team 6 is already pounced.
Whose direct is this?
It's for 9.
Okay, it's 9. Okay, so it's our direct. Okay, cool.
So team 9, are you pouncing or not? Because you've written pouncing.
It's our direct, right? So it doesn't make sense to pounce. It's our direct.
Yeah, so like keep
we'll
that
let
in
it
mind
slide
because
now, but please, if you're pouncing, then we'll take it as a pounce. So अभी के बाद ध्यान रखना सब लोग.
But the pounce should be null and void now. Okay.
Yeah, we're not taking that pounce. So please be
So
careful.
team, have
Your
you
direct-
received the pounds?
yeah. Team 1 has pounced, team 5 has pounced, team 6 has pounced, team 3 has also pounced. I think it's a full house here. Yeah. So team 1, 3, 5, and 6 have pounced. Just correct me if any team has pounced and I have missed a message, please. Yeah, I think we have all the answers for the pounce. Yeah, we have received another. I think we should close the pounce now. Team 2 has also pounced.
Yeah, closing pounds for that. Sehasnu, please keep in mind.
Yes. So team
So
9 can answer.
yeah.
Team 9.
Yeah, so it's Rick and Morty and Back to the Future.
Yes, so you got.
That is the correct answer. So team 9 got it right on the first go. What about the other team, Sujit?
Yeah, so team 2 gets it correct. Team 5 has also got it correct. Team 3 has also got it correct. And team 1 has also got it correct. So full house on this one. 6, 5, 1, 3, and 2 have got plus 10 on the pounds. 6, 5, 1, 3, and 2.
Okay, so next question will be a direct for
Which team got this right on direct? This question. Rick and Morty.
9.
9 only. 9 only.
Got
So 8
correct.
over direct next one.
So apart from team 4, 7, and 8, everyone gets plus 10 for question 9. Okay.
Yes. So next question direct for team 8. Star Wars The Phantom Menace introducing microscopic creatures that connect characters to the Force. George Lucas based the concept on symbiogenesis, calling them a loose depiction of Y. The creatures' name are a corruption of Y. What creatures are these? Lucas said Y probably had something to do with the beginnings of life and how one cell decided to become two cells with the help from this other little creature who came in, without whom life wouldn't exist. And it's really a way of saying we have hundreds of little creatures who live on us, and without them, we all would die. There wouldn't be any life. They are necessary for us, we are necessary for them. Using them in the metaphor, saying society is the same way, says we all must get along with each other. Identified the name of the creatures as well as why. Direct for TV8 pounds is open for 20 seconds.
Team 3 and team 9 have already pounced.
Please दोनों बताना है pounds पे, ठीक है? Like no part pounds and pounds.
So closing the pounds. Sujit, have you received the answers?
Yeah, so team 2 has also pounced and team 1 has pounced. So these are teams. Team 1, 2, 3, and 9. I think
Okay,
we should
direct for
close
team
the
8.
pounds.
Team 8 can answer. Team 8.
Sorry, we don't have any idea about Star Wars.
Okay, passing to team 7.
Is it no, I don't know. Pass.
Team 6.
The Y is, I think, atoms, and the creature is something walks in something like that.
Team 5.
Is this parasite and parasite for the creatures? Like, why is parasite?
Team 4.
Hi, is this midichlorians and mitochondria?
Yeah, you got it right. So team 4 plus 10. And pounds, Sujit?
Yeah, so on pounds, team 1, 2, 3, and 9 all have got it correct.
Okay, so scores are team 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 got a plus 10 mitochondria wale pe. Okay.
Okay, so next question will be direct for team 3, right?
Yes. So their origin lore suggests that they belonged to a planet outside a solar system and descended on Earth to set the thing straight. Initially a group of 12 before splitting into a group of 9. Each of the superhumans are said to have a specific set of powers, pictured here, an essential part of pop culture. Which group is being talked about here? Pounds open for 20 seconds.
Focus on planet outside solar system, focus on the 9 elements that you see here. Superhumans is in italics because, yeah, pop culture. Don't read too much into this. Like, the first thing that comes to your mind when you read the line in bold is probably the answer.
Pounds is closed.
No bounces
Like,
received.
could you please give us like 10 or 15 seconds to bounce? Like we were writing the answer and you close the bounce. Like just 5. Could you just announce that we are closing bounce in 5 seconds so that we can write the answer at least?
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
that. We'll do that.
Yeah, so team 9 has bounced.
So we'll open it for 20 more seconds because only one team is bounced. Says no, we're going to close it then.
So shall we move?
Yes, I think we can close now.
So yes.
Just a minute. I received another bounce in the nick of time. Team 6. Yeah, all right. We can go ahead. Team 6 and team 9 have bounced.
Okay. So team 3 can answer.
Is it Stanley's Superhuman?
Team 2.
Oh, is this Eternals?
Team 1.
Pass.
Team 8. Team 8.
Yeah. Teammate had actually bounced after that has closed, so I just told them that you cannot. I won't accept the bounce.
So the pounds won't be accepted. They need to answer here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with the boys.
Team 8. Sorry. So team 8 answer right now. Team 7.
Are these the Eternals?
So nobody got this right over what's upon pounds. So just
Yeah, both the teams got negative. Team 6 and team 9, they both got negative.
So
Anyone like to try from the audience before we close? Like, would anyone like to try? Just what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you read planets outside solar system? What do you call planets outside solar system? There's a
Celestials.
Exoplanets.
Yeah, can we see the answer now? This is a K-pop group, EXO. This is their origin lore that they've supposedly cooked up. So nobody gets points for this, right?
yes.
The question didn't pass to team 5.
We asked if anyone is left, right? Did you have the answer?
So I guess that is something you should keep track of. No, I thought the answer was given, so you were just asking for better answer, just trying.
Okay, fair enough.
So what's the score for this one? Two teams got a -10 on this, 6 and 9.
Yes.
Okay, and no points to another team.
Okay.
Okay.
So should I move?
Next question direct for team 2. Although the game's developer wanted to tell a story, budget, time, and staff constraints prevented them from using human characters because of the amount of animation work and scene choreography involved. This led to the birth of the game's most memorable character, an AI computer system whose design went through several iterations, including one variation modeled after Sandro Botticelli's painting, The Birth of Venus. The game's final battle went through several iterations as well, including the player being chased by James Bond lasers, fill in the blanks, which are indicative, a pun on the game's name, and another gruesome fighting game franchise, and the chase sequence identify the character and the game. Pounds open for 30 seconds this time.
The two blanks, what are they?
Pounds closing in 5 seconds.
Wait a second. The two blanks are basically punning on the name of the game, right? So if you get the game, you can probably.
Yeah, I have only received £1 from Team 3. That's it.
Anshuman, are you there in this chat? You can probably help out with this question. We'll keep Pounds open for a bit. Anshuman, you can probably give a hint for this. Okay.
Guys, could you go through the question again, like once?
This is direct for which team?
Team 2. So are we good to go, Yash?
Yeah, I think we've given enough time. So yeah, let's close Pounds.
Team 2 can answer now. Pounds is, have you received Pounds, Sujit?
Yeah, I have received £1 from Team 3.
Okay, so Team 2 can answer.
We'll go with the game is Portal and the character is Cortana.
Passing.
Team 1.
And Cortana from Halo and Mortal Kombat is the game.
Cortana from Halo and the game is Mortal Kombat.
Team 9.
Actually, we don't have any idea, so we'll pass.
Team 8.
So we are going with Cortana and Tekken.
Team 7.
Pass.
Team 6.
Cortana and Halo.
Team 5.
Mortal Kombat and Cortana.
Team 4. Team 4, are you answering?
Pass.
So, what's in Pounds, Sujit?
Yeah, Team 3 at £.
Can I guess? Can I just guess? I'm Team 9. If all if the bounce is done, can I guess?
Wait, is any team left?
I guess we have covered all the teams. If there's any team left, can tell,
Okay,
please.
then yeah, go ahead, Parth.
Is this Portal Combat and Portal 2 being the game?
Okay, let's see the answer then.
GLaDOS. Oh.
Yeah. So only one team got Portal right correct first. Which team?
Yes.
And Team 3 got both the paths correct.
Oh my God, भाई Team 3 ये दोनों सही हो गए. Team 2 को 5 मिल गया.
Okay, so बता दो breakage बता दो.
So they are at 55 and they are at what? See, that's
No,
70
the
for
one
my
above us is at 50 and the one
55
above that
50
is
with it, they got 5 now plus 5.
Nee,
by
team
Aman.
got a +5 on this, right? Team 2 got a portal right first.
Yes, yes,
So they get 5 and team 3 gets 10 on this one.
yes.
Okay, we got it.
Should I move
So
forward to the next question?
yes, next question direct for team 1. In this critically acclaimed sci-fi horror, it is seen that the aliens had given plant DNA the elements of human DNA, which led to the series of plants shaped and sized like humans depicted in the picture below. However, upon release, many viewers compared these humanoid structures with the iconic structures made by the protagonist of an incredibly popular 1990 fantasy film. Identified this film and also made short comeback recently. Counts open for 30 seconds.
What do you have to tell here?
Basically, the movie. I guess we have image on the next slide. Week.
Do we have to tell the name of the fantasy movie from which they said the idea was taken, something like that?
Yes.
You have to just guess the one film, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We are closing pounds in 5.
No team is pounced yet. Okay, so I've received 2 pounces. One from team 8, and just a minute, I lost my network, so the pounces are coming late. So team 9 has pounced, team 8 has pounced, and team 6 has pounced.
Okay, pounds is closed now.
Have you collected the answers?
Yeah, so yeah, everyone has pounced and answered. We can go ahead.
Okay, so team 1 can answer now.
Team
Team
1,
1.
Sadgun, Sanath.
Is it Annihilation?
Team 5. Sorry, team 7.
We're going like counterclockwise, right?
Yes, yes. Team 7.
Is this species?
Team 5.
Is this Alien?
Team 4.
We are passing.
Team 3.
We are passing me.
Team 2.
Is this Little Shop of Horrors?
So what's in pounds, Sujit?
Yeah, so team 8 gets plus 10, and team 6 and 9. Achha, right. So first reveal the answer then. So team 6, 8, and 9 had pounced. Yeah. So team 8 gets a plus 10, and team 6 and 9 get negatives.
Okay, so plus 10 to team 8. Next to team 6 and 9. No points to either team. Okay.
This is direct for which team?
This was for first team and next is for 9th.
Okay, so I'm moving ahead to the next slide.
So direct for team 9. Having been the subject of numerous novels, video games, and comic books, both on their own and as part of a franchise, it is an enlightened humanoid with abnormal hunting abilities. This bounty hunter is often seen in competition with their extraterrestrial arch nemesis. After some seemingly required design changes, it has become the figure which the geek community continues to appreciate and fear at the same time. Having featured in games like Fortnite, its description entails Dash built sophisticated spaceship, yet they would not look as sleek and high-tech as Star Wars Stormtrooper. Yet their look should not be as primitive as the orcs from the Lord of the Rings. They are also warrior cultures, so the ornate cannot conflict with the practical. Who is being referred here?
Also, guys, this is the last question because the next question has been scrapped. So, please.
Yeah, I accidentally revealed the answer, so
It's okay. It's okay. There's no issue. But yeah, this is the last question, and yeah, please take your shot at this.
Yeah, so Team 6 is already bounced.
I mean, this is a pretty gettable question. We're not showing an image here. There was an image first, but we're not showing it because that's literally giving away the answer. Just look at the bold stuff, and he's appeared in a lot of places. He's also featured in games like Fortnite and all. And yeah, one word should do.
Closing pounds in 5. So pounds is closed now. Sujit, have you received pounces?
Yeah, I have received pounds from Team 7, Team 6, and Team 8.
Okay. So team 9 can answer now.
We actually don't have an idea, so we'll be passing.
Team 5. Team 5.
Is this R2D2?
Team 4.
Yeah, this is the Predator from the Alien versus Predator.
You got it.
is the correct answer. The Predator is the right answer. Ankit, can you tell the scores, please?
Wait, before that, you have to take into account the pounds, right? So Team 6 and 7 get plus 10. Team 8 gets a minus 10.
Could you repeat the scores for this one?
Yeah, you're asking me, Ankit?
Mhm.
Yeah, so Team 6 and Team 7 get a plus 10, and Team 8 gets a minus 10.
Okay,
Also
so
team 4 plus gets plus 10.
yeah, so plus 10 to team 4, 6, and 7, and next to team 8. Okay.
Can we have the overall scores then?
Can you like just?
Okay, you want to take a shot at this? By all means, feel free to. If you've seen the answer, please don't. You can. This is Sahasnur, I think we can read it.
Okay, pictured on the next slide are the famous frames from a movie filmed exactly around the same time mentioned in its source material. This film cinematographer employed a distinct processing technique to create washed out look of the film's color visuals, aptly fitting the bleak theme of the film or source material. Which film are we talking about? So anybody wanted to take any guess?
Next slide, Radha. I mean, this
We
was.
showed answer, bata do abhi.
Yeah, I mean. So Deacon's work on this as a cinematographer. Roger Deakins, I think. Roger Deakins, yeah. So when he was working, he washed out the frames. It was called bleach something. I'm not sure about the exact technique, but he bleached out the frame so that it looks a little bleak and worn out. And on the second photo from left top was when you see someone's face behind the guy's face. So anyone from the audience would like to try from Conquiztadors if you're here? But I think these guys have seen the answer, so I think we can show them the answer. Yeah. This is the film 1984, which was released in 1984. It was also filmed in 1984. So it literally followed the same timeline as the book. And can we have the final scores then, Ankit?
Yeah, I'll give the final score. So team 1 is at 45. Team 2 is at 65. Team 3 is at 60. Team 4 at 22.5. Team 5 with 0. Team 6 with minus 10. Team 7 at 20. Team 8 has 10. and team 9 has 17.5. So team
Podium.
2 finishes first with 65. Team 3 finishes second with 60, and team 1 is at third position with 45 points.
Can we hear the names as well?
Yeah, नाम बता दो बस.
अभी बताओ.
एक वापस टीम नेम बोलना, टीम नंबर.
I can tell this is team second, which came first, is Rihan and Ritwik. So team's third, which came second position, is Japneet Singh and Rohan, and team for one, which came third, is Sadgun and Sanat.
Okay, I hope we are all in agreement with that. And lastly, thank you so much, guys, for turning in. Really, really appreciate it, because we didn't have a prize money on purpose. And apologies for any mishaps. It was really not intended, but because we have to deal with this for the first time, and we hope we don't have to deal with it after this year. And thank you to the members of QuizSoc who put together this quiz. Araba hosted the prelims, Abhik and Sehasnur hosted the finals. Sujit who kept the scores, and Ankit. Sujit who checked the bounces, and Ankit who kept the scores. And most importantly, Principia for collaborating with us for this quiz. And hopefully this is not the last of our collaborations. So thank you so much, guys.
बढ़िया questions. Good set.
Good set. Good set. Good set.
Thanks.
Very well researched.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Can you please share the set if possible?
Yeah, definitely. We'll send it out on the WhatsApp group. So thank you so much. And I think we can end the meeting now. Arushi, thanks a lot to you as well for recording the meeting. And yeah, I think thanks a lot.